Hello, this is Scholar Strife doing some math today. In Algebra 2, we're going to be multiplying and dividing rational expressions. So we have a little basic example here on how to multiply these rational expressions. A over B times C over D. Multiply straight across the top, straight across the bottom, and see if you can simplify. So with these, it's a bit more complicated. You want to factor, if you can, and then you do the multiplication and then simplify. So let's see what we can do. So when we're multiplying these things, remember that these are like parentheses. So I have x plus 8 times the quantity x plus 2. On the bottom we have x plus 2, x minus 4, and x. So notice we can, since everything's being multiplied, we can cross these out because they're the same factor, x plus 2. So I have x plus 8 up top over x times x minus 4. Let's do another one. So now we're tossing some numbers in there. So let's just work on the top. 8 times 7 is 56. X to the third times x to the fourth. So remember, when we are multiplying with the same base, we add the exponents. So this would be y to the first times y to the cubed is y to the 1 plus 3, which is 4. And then at the bottom we have 2 times 4, which is 8. X times nothing. And then y squared times y is y cubed. Okay, and now we can reduce. 8 goes into 56 7 times. So we have 7 up top. X to the 7th divided by x. So remember, when we're dividing, so x to the 7th divided by x to the first, we subtract the exponents. So this will be x to the 6th. Y to the 4th divided by y cubed. And we'll get y to the 1st. 4 minus 3 is 1. And there's nothing left at the bottom but 1. So that can just go away, because anything divided by 1 is itself. Part C. Okay, this one we definitely need a factor. So hopefully you remember your factoring techniques. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rearrange this first. So let's rewrite this. Negative 3x squared plus 3x. So I just flipped those around. We have x squared plus 4x minus 5. And so that first up there I just rearranged. Now we're going to see how we can factor the bottom. So x squared plus 4x minus 5. Two numbers that are factors of 5, so you'll only have 1 and 5. We know one is going to be negative, and one is going to be positive. So that would be x plus 5, x minus 1. 5 times negative 1 is negative 5. 5x minus 1x is 4x. So that's that on the bottom. And the top, two numbers that multiply to negative 20, 4 and 5, and add up to positive 1. So that'll be a positive 5, negative 4, and then we have 3x on the bottom. Okay, we're going to multiply straight across the top. But first, we're going to factor this guy. Let's do this in a different color. That's going to become negative 3. I'm going to factor a negative 3x. So that it becomes positive x minus 3. Okay, so now let's combine this all together. So we have the negative 3x, x minus 3, times the rest of the stuff, x plus 5, x minus 4. On the bottom, we have x plus 5, x minus 1, 3x. So 3x and 3x cancel. X plus 5 and x plus 5 cancel. So we're left with x minus 3 with a negative there. X minus 4. And over x minus 1. And I made a mistake in the red. I factored out a negative 3x, so this should be a negative 1. So that should be a negative 1. This should be a negative 1. So these will cancel. So then I am left. So let's redo this. So these would cancel. X minus 4 over, or x minus 4 with a negative attached, over 1, which is negative x plus 4. Alright, part D. X plus 2 times that. So remember, this is just over 1. Okay, let's go factor this guy. X squared plus 3x plus 9. That's gonna be... This is something we cannot factor because 2 factors of 9 is 3, 3, 9, 1. If you add them together, you're not going to get any sort of... You're not going to get 3. So we're going to leave it as is right now. So we have x plus 2 over x squared plus 3x plus 9 divided by... What is x cubed factored into? So remember, we have x minus 3 times the quantity x squared plus 3x plus 9. Alright. And that results from, if we have a cubed minus b cubed, that's going to equal a minus b times the quantity a squared plus ab plus b squared. Alright. These happen to be the same, so we have left with x plus 2 over x minus 3. Done. Alright, part E. Look at all these numbers. So let's factor all these. When we factor all these, this is going to be 7x plus 4. 2x minus 9. And then the next one in the upper right is going to be 3x minus 5, 2x minus 9. Divided by 3x minus 5, x minus 7, 7x plus 4, x minus 7. Cancel off what we can. Okay, and we end up with 2x minus 9 squared over x minus 7 squared. All right, let's move on. How do we divide rational expressions? So remember, when we're dividing a fraction, we keep the first fraction the same, and then flip the second fraction. Also known as the reciprocal. And then multiply straight across. So division is basically multiplication, you just flip the second fraction. So part G, we have 7x, this factors into 2 times x minus 5. You're going to change division into multiplication, and then we're going to flip the second fraction. So I have x squared minus 11x plus 30. So this is x, two numbers that multiply to 30, which is 15 and 2, 30 and 1, 10 and 3, what else? 6 and 5, there we go. X minus 6, x minus 5. Those two add up to negative 11. Okay. And then x squared minus 6x goes on the bottom. So I have x times the quantity x minus 6. Cancel out, well actually, multiply them together. So everything gets multiplied. And so we get 7x, x minus 6, x minus 5, over 2 times x minus 5 times x minus 6. Cancel out. And we're left with 7x over 2x, which is equal to 7 over 2. So part H, so once again, let me go ahead and factor the top right here. X squared minus 4x minus 21, that's going to be x minus 7, x plus 3, and then we're going to factor out a 5 to get x plus 3 here. Okay, going to change what's going on. I'm changing multiplication, or division to multiplication, and then we're going to flip the fraction. So we have x squared minus 100 up top, and x squared plus 3x minus 70 down there. So factor x minus 7, x plus 3, x plus 3. In fact, we can go ahead and cross those out right now. X plus 3 divided by x plus 3 goes away, and you're just left with 5 on the bottom. And we're multiplying them together. X squared minus 100 becomes x plus 10, x minus 10. And then on the bottom, we're going to get x plus 10, x minus 7. Cancel out what we can. And we're left with x plus 10, oops, I canceled out the wrong 10. X minus 10 over 5. Okay, part I. Okay, 5a cubed b squared multiplied 15ab cubed over ab. So let's go ahead and multiply all these together. 5 times 15 is 75. 8 cubed times a is a to the 4th. And we have b to the 4th divided by a squared b cubed. A to the 4th divided by a squared is a to the 4 minus 2, which is a squared, and b. That's it. B to the 4th divided by b cubed is b to the 4 minus 3. J divided by 1. Okay, we're going to flip this over. Let's go ahead and factor everything as well if we can. 6x squared plus x minus 15. So this is most likely 3x and 2x. And then factors of 15, 5 and -3. Let's see if that works. 3x plus, so 3x times 2x is 6x squared. 3x times -3 is -9. Plus positive 10x. Yep, that works. Divided by 4x squared. Multiplying 1 over, and then 3x squared plus 5x. You can take out an x and get 3x plus 5. Cancel out. And we'll get 2x minus 3 over 4x squared. And that's all we can do. Okay, what if we have a fraction divided by a fraction? Remember, this is the same thing as this. Okay, so now that we've written it that way, we just need to keep the first fraction the same. Change division, multiplication, and then flip the second fraction. Factor what we can. So x cubed minus 1 is a minus b times the quantity a squared plus ab plus b squared. And then we're going to tack on the 3x plus 2 divided by x minus 1 times 2x. Those will cancel. I'm left with x squared plus x plus 1, 3x plus 2 divided by 2x. Part L. Oh my. That is a lot to do in there. So, L. This is going to be factoring into x minus 2, x minus 18. That's the top left. Okay. So remember, we're flipping these over. And luckily, when it gets flipped over, these two are already factored. 5x plus 9 and 2x plus 3. Okay, now let's look at the bottom. 5x squared, so 5x and 1x. Let's give myself some more space. 5x plus 9, x plus 1. Okay, and then we're going to pull out a 3x, oops, to get x minus 2. Okay, so what's left over? If we cross out the x minus 2's, and that's it. Oh, and the 5x plus 9's. There we go. So we have x minus 18 times 2x plus 3 divided by 3x times x plus 1. Hopefully this helped you out. Have a good day.